Ever wondered why the cat joined the dog at the comedy club? Well, because it heard there were some barking good jokes. Yes, our feline and canine friends are far more clever than we often give them credit for. With their unique quirks and peculiar habits, they never fail to keep us entertained. And when they step into the world of comedy, the results are nothing short of side-splitting. So, buckle up, folks. Now, if that tickled your funny bone, brace yourselves for some hilarious cat and dog antics. Scene script. Cats are known for their cat-titude and dogs for their dogged determination. But what happens when these worlds collide? Well, let's dive into the whimsical world of feline and canine shenanigans. Picture this. A large dog, ruling the roost, sprawled out on his favorite bed. Enter a small cat, with a mischievous twinkle in her eyes. She approaches the bed and with a swift leap, lands right in the center. The dog looks at her, baffled. He tries to reclaim his space, but to no avail. The cat has claimed her throne, and the dog, well, he's been dethroned. But it's not just about the beds. The food bowls are another battleground. Picture a dog, happily munching away at his dinner. Suddenly, a cat swoops in, nudging the dog aside and helping herself to his meal. The dog watches, confused, as his dinner disappears bite by bite. He tries to intervene, but the cat's cat-titude is too strong. He's left staring at an empty bowl, his hunger still unsatisfied. And then there are the games. Dogs love to chase balls, right? Well, so do cats. Imagine a dog ready to fetch, eyes on the ball. Just as the ball is thrown, the cat springs into action, darting after it with lightning speed. The dog races after her, but she's too quick. She snatches the ball, leaving the dog panting and puzzled. But it's not all one-sided. There are instances where the dog gets the upper hand, like the time when a small kitten tried to intimidate a large dog. The dog, unfazed, simply looked down at the tiny feline and let out a small bark. The kitten, startled, jumped backward, leaving the dog victorious. So you see, when cats and dogs interact, it's not just about the usual chase and play. It's a series of unexpected, hilarious events that leave us in splits. And it's these moments that remind us why we love our pets so much. They're not just animals, they're comedians in their own right. Turns out, our furry friends can be quite the comedians when they interact. We've all seen cats and dogs chase their tails, but what about other things? Let's dive into the world where cats and dogs give chase to the most unusual objects and sometimes their own shadows. It's a world filled with laughter, surprises, and most of all, pure joy. You might think a laser pointer is just a simple office tool, but for our feline friends it's an elusive prey. They leap, they pounce, they somersault, all to catch that tiny red dot that always seems to be just out of reach. It's a sight that never fails to bring a chuckle. Then there's the classic scenario: a dog, a stick, and a vast open park. The dog's eyes are locked onto the stick, its tail wagging in anticipation. The stick flies, and off goes the dog, darting across the greens, its focus unwavering. But wait, there's a twist. The stick lands in a tree, leaving our furry friend puzzled, looking up, down, and all around, wondering where on earth his beloved stick has gone. And who can forget the cats that are convinced they're lion kings, stalking and pouncing on the most formidable of foes, a piece of string. They crouch, they wiggle, they attack, and when the string escapes, they look around with a baffled expression that screams, "How did that happen?" But perhaps the most humorous of all are the pets that chase their own shadows. They spin in circles, they leap at walls, and they pounce on floors, all in an attempt to catch that elusive dark figure that mimics their every move. It's a never-ending game that can keep them, and us, entertained for hours on end. So next time you're feeling down, just remember there's a cat somewhere chasing a laser pointer, a dog trying to retrieve a stick from a tree, or a pet getting outsmarted by its own shadow. Who knew a shadow or a piece of string could provide so much entertainment? In the world of pets, nothing is sacred, not even your dinner. Now let's dive into a world where our beloved pets turn into sneaky thieves. Picture this. You've just finished cooking a delicious meal. You turn your back for a second, and when you look again, your dinner has mysteriously disappeared. You look down and there they are, your cat or your dog, licking their lips with a satisfied look on their faces. It's a scenario that's all too familiar for pet owners. Cats and dogs, despite their innocent appearances, are master thieves, especially when it comes to food. They can be as stealthy as a ninja, as cunning as a fox, and as mischievous as a monkey. Let's start with our feline friends. Cats, with their agile bodies and sharp claws, can sneak up on a plate of food like a shadow in the night. Whether it's a piece of fish left unattended on the counter, or a slice of pizza on the kitchen table, cats are always ready to pounce when the opportunity arises. And their poker faces afterwards, it's as if they're saying, "Who, me? I didn't do anything." On the other hand, dogs might not be as stealthy as cats, but they make up for it with their sheer determination and resourcefulness. A closed door? No problem, they'll just jump over it. A container of food on a high shelf? They'll find a way to knock it down. And the best part? The look of pure joy on their faces when they finally get their paws on the stolen goods. It's like they've just won the lottery. But let's not forget, these acts of thievery are not malicious. Our pets are simply following their instincts and trying to satisfy their never-ending hunger. And even though we might get frustrated at times, we can't help but laugh at their antics. So, next time you're enjoying a meal, remember to keep an eye on your furry friends. These adorable thieves might just be planning their next heist. Next time you're enjoying a meal, remember to keep an eye on your furry friends. Cats and dogs may be energetic, but they also know how to enjoy a good nap, or do they? Well, let's dive in. Picture this, an adorable tabby cat curled up, tail neatly tucked around her on the edge of a plush couch. She dozes off, dreaming of chasing laser dots perhaps. Suddenly gravity decides to show up uninvited, and our feline friend is on a swift descent to the floor. No worries though, like the queen she is, she lands on her feet, looks around nonchalantly as if to say, "I meant to do that." Now switch gears to our canine companions. There's something uniquely amusing about a dog that snores. Imagine a burly bulldog, stretched out on his favorite rug, deep in slumber. The house is quiet, save for the rhythmic, thunderous snoring echoing through the hallways. It's a symphony of sorts, a lullaby that could wake the dead. Then we have those pets who simply can't find the right spot, no matter how hard they try. A golden retriever circles his bed, flops down only to get up and start the process all over again. It's a dance, a ritual of sorts, and we're just privileged to witness it. And who can forget the notorious sleep runners? Those pets who chase dream squirrels or birds, their paws twitching, their whimpers echoing softly. It's a sight that never fails to bring a smile. But let's not leave out the cats who choose the most unconventional places to nap. A shoebox, a glass bowl, the dog's bed. Nothing is off limits when it comes to finding the perfect spot to doze off. And when they finally settle in, it's a sight to behold. A testament to the sheer determination of our feline friends. So, whether they're falling off couches, snoring like freight trains, or choosing the oddest places to catch some Z's, our pets certainly know how to keep us entertained, even in their sleep. Sweet dreams are made of these indeed. Now that you've had your fill of laughter, let's recap some of the funniest moments. Remember when we asked, why did the cat join the dog at the comedy club? The answer, of course, was to steal the spotlight and the punchline. The dog's deadpan reaction was priceless, and the cat just couldn't stop giggling. Talk about a roaring start to our comedy show. Then we dove into the world of cat-titude and dogged determination. Who could forget the dog's relentless pursuit of the laser pointer, the cat's nonchalant dismissal of the dog's antics, or their shared determination to squeeze into the same tiny box. Their interactions were a true testament to the spirit of friendly competition and camaraderie. The great chase was a whirlwind of fur, paws, and endless laughter. The dog chasing its tail, the cat chasing the dog chasing the cat. It was a comedy of errors that had us all in stitches. And the sneaky thieves and sleepy shenanigans didn't disappoint either. The dog's failed attempts to sneak food off the table and the cat's sudden awakening from a deep sleep to a startled jump were comedy gold. So as we wrap up, remember these moments that made us laugh, made us smile, and reminded us of the joy that our furry friends bring into our lives. Remember, life is better with a pinch of furriness and a whole lot of laughter,